Divers are working 12-hour shifts, desperately searching for any more survivors of a ferry disaster. The confirmed death toll now stands at 20, but 276 people are still missing, most of them high school students, after the ship capsized on Wednesday. As Paula Hancock's reports, bad weather is severely restricting the rescue operation.
Maritime police say that they are still working under the assumption that there are still survivors within the sunken ship just off the southwest coast of South Korea. Now, adverse weather conditions this Thursday have been hampering the search and rescue operation. At least 6 times divers tried to get inside the cabins which are submerged, but each time they failed. Devastating news for the families waiting here at the harbour.
Beneath these frigid waters, nearly 300 people, mostly teenage students and their teachers, remain missing. The ship's captain, with his head down, telling police, "I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words." Overnight, 3 bodies were recovered from the sunken ferry bound for a resort island off the southwest coast of Korea. The miraculous rescue of a 6-year-old girl was caught on tape. Her parents and brother were not found. Grief-stricken family members gather at a harbour in Jindo, waiting into the night, desperate for any information. A mother's anguish as she recalls encouraging her daughter to take the trip.
So I tell her, I think this trip will be a very great experience for you, for your school days. So I'm very regretted. I'm very regretted to say that.
Dramatic video of the first 24 hours of the frantic rescue shows passengers clinging to guardrails and being airlifted to safety. Most of the clues about what could have caused the ship to sink have come from eyewitnesses who report hearing a loud bang and feeling the ship beginning to tilt.
It sounds like he hit a submerged object which caused a gash in the hull, which would allow a lot of ingress of water.
If that's the case, the gash apparently was large enough to impact several compartments below and ultimately capsize the ship. Also in question, the handling of the evacuation. According to passengers, they were initially told to stay on board. This cell phone video, thought to be from inside the ship, shows passengers all wearing life jackets. Outside the ship, only one of 46 lifeboats deployed. These instructions heard from the crew saying, "Do not move. If you move, it's more dangerous. Do not move." Could have cost many lives. One of the ways relatives found out about their loved ones was through text messages. "There are a few people in the ship and we are not dead yet, so please send along this message." Another student texted his friends, "I think we are all going to die. If I did anything wrong to you, please forgive me. I love you all."
Maritime police said that there is a high possibility that it was the fact that this ship may have deviated from its intended course that caused this incident. They said there's a lower possibility that it is because it hit a rock. There's also an investigation ongoing why just one of 46 lifeboats was deployed. Paula Hancock, CNN, Jindo, South Korea.
Well, Paula just shared some of the many heartbreaking stories from this tragedy, including a mother's anguish over encouraging her daughter to get on the ferry for a school trip. As Pauline Chu tells us, that decision haunts her every waking moment.
Christine Kim encouraged her daughter Billy to go on a school field trip to Jeju Island. But Billy resisted because she had just visited the resort island 2 months ago.
So I tell her, I think this trip will be a very great experience for you.
She successfully persuaded her daughter to go, and now it haunts her.
I can't sleep because my daughter in the water. Because of cold water, my daughter. I can never rest. I can never sleep.
Parents have waited for any news on their sons and daughters. "My son was on board," this man says, "but they were all like my children." Many parents feel helpless as search divers work around the clock fighting strong currents and bad visibility. President Park Geun-hye met with families Thursday evening. She promised to add more resources to the rescue effort, saying every minute is precious. And with each minute that passes, Christine Kim aches for the daughter she loves so much. Pauline Chu, CNN, Jindo, South Korea.